Hi guys, today I am swatching and reviewing the Ethereal Eyes original palette from Makeup by Mario. I wasn't going to get this palette originally, but I do have the Moonlight one, and those ethereal shimmery shades are my ultimate favorite shades in any eyeshadow palette. However, my skin tone doesn't really work with the cool tones so well. Cool tones tend to make my eyes look a bit muddy and tired, so I decided to buy this one because I just really wanted one with that shimmery shades that I have, those sparkles, but with a warmer undertone. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm getting that from this one. So the box is relatively plain. It's a matte black box with the white writing. It has the ingredients at the back. It has a 12-month shelf life. It's made in the USA. Let's open and see what it looks like. It's a plain white palette. It has just numbers for the eyeshadows at the back. Okay, let's have a look at the colors. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I love the sparkle in these shades, these bottom two. That's exactly what I'm looking for. It has a bit of a cooler tone shade, but I think that one will still work with me. We'll see when I do a tutorial. I like this matte shade. I like the brown. I like the fact that we have a bit of a pinky undertone in there as well. I would have liked a darker shade, but let's see if we can work with that one, probably with a black eyeliner. So yeah, let's do swatches, and then when I'm done with the swatches, I will do an eyeshadow look with this palette and give you my overall thoughts and just my feelings about the palette, the quality of the eyeshadows, and the eyeshadow look. So I'm going to swatch from top to bottom, row by row, starting with the first four. That's what they look like on the finger. Okay, that's the first shade. It's very powdery. Oh, that's beautiful. Third shade. I still have some from my previous swatches left over here. Some stains. Okay, and there's the fourth shade. Those are pretty. I like the almost like a peachy undertone to this second brown shade. Okay, second row. So excited about these sparkly shades. Oh, that's so pretty. Love that one. And I like that this cool tone one is not too cool tone. Okay, so there's the second row. Oh, this is what I want. The pinky one. Oh, that brown is nice as well. And then the last row. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, we have the brown, sparkle. Oh, I like that. It's a bit more yellow undertone from that one. The metallic shade. And the last shade, the dark brown. Okay, I can work with that. It's dark. I should be able to do good looks with that. I'm just catching all the colors there. I think I might use this one a lot. Let's go do a tutorial. Okay, I did prime my eyelids with the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer in the color YP3, just a light layer. I did not set that with any powder. And then I added some of the e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift in the color Deep Brown on my eyebrows. And I just went ahead and set that with the Benefits Cosmetics 24-hour Brow Setter Gel. It's a clear eyebrow gel. Okay, just coming in a bit closer there. I'm going to just set everything with this first color, this EE1. If I don't set this concealer, it creases like crazy, so I'll just brighten up here on the inner corner. Just put a thick layer. And here at the top. Just brushing off there. I managed to get a lot on the brow there. Now I'm going to add a little bit of this third color, just as a warm transition, because I do want to add the cooler shade in my crease for some depth, but don't want the look to be too cool. I'm just taking a slightly more pointed brush with this cool tone shade here. I'm just placing that in my crease and just blending it out. Bit of an upwards blend. Oh, I like this shade. I struggle with cool tone shades normally because they tend to look muddy on my eyes very quickly. But this one looks good. I'm just going to blend with the previous brush. I think I'm just going to deepen that up with this corner shade. Just in this outer half. Actually, I'm going to take it just a little bit in. Feel like I need a bit more depth. I really want to see if I can get some more depth in there, so I'm going to just use a bit more of a dense brush with this deep shade and just try to deepen up this outer corner a bit more. I'm just taking one of the previous brushes to blend those edges, and I'm taking whatever's left on the brush and just adding that under the eyes. I'm going to take this light metallic shade just on a small concealer brush and highlight my inner corner with that. Oh, that's pretty. And then just a little bit on the brow bone. And then I'm just taking that first fluffy brush and just blending the edges of the brow bone a bit. I like a bit of shine, but I don't want it to be too sudden. So for the sake of using some different textures, I'm going to use this shimmery shade. And then that sparkly one, I'm going to use a little bit on top of it. So on my finger, just on the outer half of the lid. It's got a lot of sparkle of its own as well. More than I expected. But I do want to see what this one looks like on top of it. So let's just dab. And then in the inner half, I'm going to add this golden one. Just in this inner half of the lid. Whew, that's pretty. This is what I bought this palette for, is for these sparkly shades. I really have a thing for it. I'm just going to take that dark shade on a dense smudger brush. I just want to see if I can get a little more depth here on the outer corner, because it really feels light to me. That's better, right? And a bit at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to go do my eyeliner and eyelashes, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts and my final look. Okay, I'm back with the final eyeshadow look. I just added some of the NYX Epic Ink waterproof eyeliner on the top as a winged line. And then in the waterline, I added some of the Eveline Cosmetics black eyeliner. It's a waterproof eyeliner. And then I just added some of the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerized Volume Mascara on the eyelashes. I didn't add any falsies. Apologies if there's noise in the background. The vacuum cleaner came on and it's busy doing its thing. Okay, so my thoughts. I did have a bit of difficulty getting some depth with this eyeshadow look, and I don't think the blend looks too bad. I think I do get a better blend from my Natasha Denona Mini Eye Sculpt matte palette. It's one of my favorites for the basic eyeshadow look. And I have to admit, with the Cool Tone palette, I do sometimes grab this one and then just use the shimmers of the Moonlight Makeup by Mario palette. And I do think that a darker shade or like a black would have been nice in this palette. I do like all the colors, and I think I'll probably use it a lot alongside with the Moonlight palette to just get some smoky looks and just mix and match the shimmery shades between them. But that being said, I think it's a really lovely palette. I would highly recommend it. I think the sparkles in these formulas are really unique, and if you want to get that ethereal, elegant eyeshadow look without looking too glittery and without having those chunks of sparkles, these palettes are perfect for it. And with me struggling with cool tone mattes on my eyes and struggling to get a nice blend with that, I think the cool tone or cooler tone shade in here is actually a very nice cool tone shade for me to get that depth without having to have my eyeshadow look to be too warm. And the rest of the mattes in here, I think, suit my skin tone a bit better than the Moonlight one. And overall, I really think it's a very nice palette. So yeah, guys, I think that's it from my side. I really like this palette. It's a new palette for me. I know it's not a new palette on the market, but it is a re-release. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you've got the palette, if you've got the original palette from the original release, and just share your general thoughts. I always love reading your comments, and it's fun to interact with you guys. So then I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time, guys. Bye.